Hi people, it's Chilli here from Live Listen Erased, and on this 5-minute review episode, we check out the newest album by Silverstein called Misery Made Me. Now, my introduction to Silverstein is murky at best. I'm pretty sure it's a mistype when searching for Silverchair, but regardless, I loved their song Smile in Your Sleep and their acoustic version of the song California. These two tracks were really good, and I thoroughly enjoyed them, but I never really delved any deeper. Until now. So, join me as we get into this. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Our song opens the album with its energetic hard rock approach. Maybe it's a bit polished and leans into metalcore a bit, but I really approve of this track. It's a great opening track. Die Alone follows up and gets slightly more brutal in the song, hitting hard like a sledgehammer with those staccato riffs and dark lyrics. But hey, I guess that's what we can expect with Silverstein. Ultraviolet is the next track, and feels like the song they wrote as a single for the album. It does well to be that, as it is a rather poppy piece, with mostly clean vocals, and some screaming and a similar approach in guitar tone. Still, a very catchy song. Cold Blood follows on, and involves some guest vocals by Trevor Daniel. This is a pretty good song, and I wouldn't skip it on a playthrough. It's Over is next, and is one heavy track, particularly in pace, until the verse hits, and then the riffs slow right down, in that true Bring Me the Horizon sound. It's a pretty solid track, if I'm being honest. The Altar, Mary, is the following track, and has some brutal opening vocals delivered in quick succession. It's like it's trying to get a message out before someone has to die. What's surprising is the segue to the clean section and a vocal delivery that seems to be a nod to the Prince of Darkness himself. It's a relatively short song before it has a long electronic outro. Slow Motion is the next track and is to me a bit average and cookie cutter to the metal scene. Not my favourite track on this album, so yeah, let's move on. Don't Wait Up is the following track, and I like this track. While it's a bit dark in its lyrics, I appreciate the song and its smaller details within. There are some interesting guitar parts as well as the drums, which are very solid. Overall, it's a great song. Bankrupt is next and has a big metalcore sound to it. It's exactly what I expect to hear from the scene at the moment, and if I heard this song outside the album, I don't think I would be able to tell who wrote it. Maybe that's just me though, and after all is said and done, I still don't mind the song, but I wouldn't rate it too high. Live Like This is the following track, and sees the songs skim through the common theme of not wanting to die, but not living like this. Guess the emo vocals are ever present here. A decent song with a guest appearance made by Nothing Nowhere. Misery is the last track on the album, and is the acoustic closer with another common line of Misery Loves Company. Yep, we know. So, as I mentioned before, this is the first album I'm hearing completely by Silverstein, and I have to say, it felt a bit depressing in vocals and subject matter. Maybe depressing isn't the right word. Grim, maybe? I don't know, but more realistically dark than other albums I cover. I'm not too sure, but it's more grounded in the reality of darkness rather than other albums I cover. And let's face it, the other bands don't sound as gloomy when singing about the upcoming demon wars between mankind and demons. At least you can put a bit of distance between yourself and that. It's in the fiction world after all. I'm not sure how to surmise this point any further really. The songs weren't bad with them crossing the line into the metalcore scene, and it's impossible for me to tell if that's an organic transition or if it's to get with the times like Papa Roach did. Silverstein are sounding pretty good here I think, and while it is different to the sound I heard in the past, it's still a good sound. Overall, I give the album 800,000 chilies on the spicy scale, with standout tracks being Die Alone, Don't Wait Up, and The Altar Mary. This might not be my favourite style of music, but I did enjoy the album, albeit a few songs. So everyone, stay spicy out there. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Live Listen Erased. And if you have enjoyed this episode, make sure you share it with all your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our Chilli Con Carnage Crew so you can get notified for all the future videos that we put out, as we put out videos every Friday. Also, we are on Discord, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter over at Live Listen Erased, so make sure to tune in over there. And don't forget to like this video so that our manager can stay very happy.